The first game since the announcement that Carlo Ancelotti is leaving Real Madrid ended in the most Carlo Ancelotti ways. A screamer from Fede Valverde. Individual brilliance, saving him once again in every game so far this season. I mean, where would Carlo be without Fede Valverde screamers and long shot? Well, listen, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about how boring, first of all, the game was. Let's talk about the first half, the second half, the lineup, the changes, match performances, and of course the Haywan of the match. Before we start, don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, and of course, comment your own thoughts about the game. Real Madrid lined up with this lineup. The first game after they, of course, got knocked out by Arsenal in the Champions League quarterfinals. And Carlo Ancelotti decided to switch the formation from a 4-3-3 into the diamond formation. One of the few and rare times this season that Real Madrid played the diamond formation. Of course, Fede, Raul, Rudiger, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Modric, Ceballos, Jude, Rodrigo, and Vini Jr. And the first half was extremely, and let me say that again, extremely boring. The first half, nothing was done. Nothing was created. I was very disappointed, especially with the fact that we're not even going up against Bilbao's best team. Bilbao made 10 changes. Bilbao played last Thursday. They are now through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. The game against United in the first leg is 2 weeks from now. They are, of course, about to rest players before the game against United. They made 10 changes. We played against the B team. Yet, we struggled in the first half. I saw nothing in the first half. I only saw Vini and Tchouaméni fighting. Tchouaméni was fighting for every ball. I mean, listen, I was talking about the player performance. Vini was another person who was the only one really trying to create in the first half. Rodrigo was non-existent. Jude wasn't good in the first half. But then the second half, I felt like we played better. Not as a collective, more as the players realised, all right, we have to improve. Things has to change. And I think everyone in the second half, I think, did better. Rodrigo had more touches. It wasn't good enough. Endrick came on, of course. I think did better than Rodrigo. Of course, Endrick came on for, I think, Ceballos. I think he came on for Ceballos, wasn't it? Endrick came on for Ceballos, if I'm not mistaken. 58. 58. He came on for Ceballos. Vini was the only one actually, and I felt Vini in the second half was very good. He was the only one taking the ball, driving with it, trying to beat players 1v1. A couple of times he lost the ball, which he should have passed, but he was the only one that had the intent of actually trying to win the game. I think the addition of Endrick helped a lot in the front trio and the pressing, because I think Endrick worked very hard. Of course, Fede Valverde moved in midfield, and we had a couple chances that Vini had 2 chances. The goal that got disallowed was the right decision because Endrick was in a offside position. Jude had a chance towards the end of the game, which inside the box, which is wide, which is surprising because that usually crunch time, last minute. Jude usually tried to finish that. But then towards the 93rd minute, Fede Valverde comes with something he's been doing a lot this season for Carlo Ancelotti, saving Carlo Ancelotti, and that is a screamer, an absolute long shot, not a long shot to be fair, an absolute half volley inside the box from a difficult angle, top corner, just behind Unai Simon. And a deserved goal, a performance which, if Madrid continued the same way they played in the first half, I would say, you know what, this isn't deserved. But Bilbao did not create anything in the whole game, and I'm not surprised because they're playing with the B team. We weren't threatened by Bilbao at all, but the first half we weren't good. But I think the second half we performed better. Not the way we should be performing, but it is what it is. This is why I laughed when I made a video yesterday, being happy and celebrating that Carlo Ancelotti left us. And I saw a lot of people say, be grateful. Why are you being disrespectful to Carlo Ancelotti? You're so rude. Oh my God. And the funny thing about it, the people who said that yesterday was only Barcelona fans. The only ones who are upset with Carlo leaving is Barcelona fans. Like, Barca fans are hating the fact that Carlo's gone because they know now Real Madrid under a different manager is a complete different team. And the only, not reason, but the only way they got a number this season is due to Carlo. But let's see what happens next season. Of course, I'm gonna make a video tomorrow about who I would want as a Real Madrid manager. But let's talk about the player performances. Thibaut Courtois, bro, I did not notice Thibaut at all this whole game. Give Thibaut a 6, bro. I didn't even notice him. Fede Valverde, I mean, how many times do we need to say about Fede? And how many times do we need to mention about Fede? And how many times is he going to be saving Carlo Ancelotti every single game? Raul had a good game. Couple good tackles that he made. One last-ditch tackle he made in the first half. 2 good reads he made in the second half. He got taken out, which I find a bit weird, but it made sense because the person who came on was Lucas Vazquez, which means you pushed up Fede more than midfield, and this is what happens when Fede is closer to the box, closer to the attacking trio, closer to the goal. You get more of the Fede individual brilliance. So, but Raul, beside him going off, I think he had a decent game with Rudiger. I think neither of them was really troubled in my personal opinion. Like neither Rudiger or Raul was troubled a lot. I think Raul had more of the last ditch tackles. I don't think he made some good reads. Camavinga played left back. I mean, okay performance. Nothing really to talk about for that performance, and just okay. Tchouaméni was one person which he was running, fam. Like Tchouaméni, I saw a lot of hard work from Tchouaméni. I'm not really surprised, by the way. I'm not surprised by that performance because I think he's the only person that I look at whose position is maybe under the risk next season under a different manager. So that's why I'm not surprised he was running a lot because, of course, the next manager must have seen this game, and the next manager most likely is Xabi Alonso. Like Xabi must have watched this game and said, all right, let me see what I'm working with. And Tchouaméni was like, you know what? He felt like it was contract season. Like this guy was fighting for his life. The first half, I saw him run more in the first 60 minutes of the game than I've seen him for the past couple months, fam. The way he was running, chasing ball down, in transition, going forward, pressing. Bro, I was like, okay, I've never ever seen you act like this before. Just because you're now, for the next 7 games, you better impress, bro. This guy was running, bro. I was very impressed with his performance. I think he was one of the better midfielders. Ceballos had a slow game. Ceballos just he's just come back from the injury. None of his passes felt effective. It wasn't efficient at all. He was just trying to keep possession involved, trying to make sure the pass gets from one way to another way, sideways, but it never felt like there was anything sort of effective with his passing. Neither with Luka, I think Luka Modric had a better performance than Ceballos, but it wasn't anything crazy, to be fair. It wasn't like anything crazy. Jude Bellingham, I don't know. Jude was was hit and miss, bro. Like Jude first half was non-existent. Second half he got a bit more involved because the whole team got better. But I didn't feel like he had a good game. I didn't feel like he stamped his authority on this game. There was a couple moments where he dropped deep to collect the ball and drove with it. But there wasn't a time where I felt like, all right, cool, now we get the best of Jude Bellingham. He missed 2 chances, the header with the Trivela pass from Vini and the last minute chance where he inside the box, he put it completely above the crossbar. Not the best of performances from Jude Bellingham. Rodrigo, my goodness gracious, man. That brother, that guy is turning into inconsistent. Bro, I'm so pissed off. I'm so disappointed with Rodrigo. This guy's got what? One goal in the last 22, 23 games? And even forget the goals. I don't look at our players for goals. I don't judge you or determine you as a player just purely on goals. I look at the overall impact. Even the overall impact is slowing down, fam. Like the impact is nowhere near what it was beginning of the year, where you were much better. The last 2 months, you've been hella disappointing. The last 2 months, like you've been so bad, bro. And this is what I don't understand, because some people some Madrid fans basically said Mbappe's made Madrid worse. Mbappe's made Madrid worse. I mean, Mbappe never played today, but we still didn't look that effective. We did not look that good. We didn't look that crazy good. So it's not an Mbappe issue. It's not a Rodrigo issue. It's not a Vinny issue. It's two things. Is one, being the manager. It's a manager issue. And secondly, some of the players, including Rodrigo, hasn't stepped up a lot. And I'll make a video about it specifically. But nah, fam, I'm not happy with Rodrigo. Okay, 3 is a bit harsh. I'm gonna give him a 5, fam. But for me, alongside Fede, Vinny was for me our best player. I think he was the only one that actually tried to do something. He was the only one that showed intent. I love the fact, yes, his goal got disallowed, but even when he scored, there was no celebration. He knew he was disappointed after what he did against Arsenal, that the performance he dropped against Arsenal wasn't good enough. But I liked his performance. I think he was for me our best player alongside Fede, but our most dangerous attacker by far. By far. I think our attack was relied on him purely. The only time you felt Madrid could do something is on Vinny's side. And that's what I was hoping for it to be this whole year and not just now. I do think this might be his best performance of 2025. And yes, I know the standards is not the best, but it's not like he's given us a lot this year. But if you go back to start of the season, he gave us everything. Start of the season, I can pick so many good performances from Vinny start of the season. But this is, I think, his best performance of 2025. Very, very good game from Vinny. No complaints on that specifically. But the game itself, I mean, listen, Real Madrid has got 7 more games. Like, Madrid fans, we just need to bear 7 more games of this nonsense. Of this pain. This suffering. 7 more games. And then the haram ball, the suffering ball is no longer here. I don't care, bro. This is why I'm not crashing out. This is why I'm not getting upset. I have gotten my passion back, and my passion will start next season. Let me just enjoy the last 7 games of me witnessing the worst football of them all. Let me just witness another. I know what's going to happen against Barcelona. I know what's going to happen against Barcelona in the league. I know what's going to happen against Getafe next game. I know what's going to happen. It's not going to be good football. It's not going to be good football. So let me just laugh at my pain for the next 7 games before my actual passion, the actual football, returns back to Real Madrid next season. But put down in the comments what you guys made of the game. Nothing really much to talk about. Not a lot of talking points. It was a boring game. That's why it's only, 12 minutes? Put down in the comments what you guys made of the game. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I will see you tomorrow with a video about who I think should be the Real Madrid manager heading into next season. And, of course, the next watch-along is on Tuesday. And, of course, there is a Discord chat which I'll be putting down in the comments. Join the Discord if you guys want to be involved in the chat, in the community. Have fun, questions, games, FIFA, whatever it is. I'll see you there. Peace.